Hey guys, welcome to another exciting project of ours here in San Francisco, the Tenderloin area to be precise. So as you can see, this is just a vacant open space, and what we are trying to do is create a bunch of office spaces for two departments that will be moving from a different location, also in the Tenderloin, to this area. I was actually working on a prior design for this same client of mine. They were hoping to get a space a couple of blocks away from here. However, the lease situation didn't pan out well, so thankfully my client was able to secure the space. The interesting thing about this space is right next door, actually, two more spaces after this space. We had actually worked on that same project back in 2019, and my client, which is another department for the same client, they have actually moved in. So maybe at some other point I'll bring you guys up to speed on what we did on that project, but it turned out really well. That's one project we're really proud of. So as you can see, we actually have some water leakage problem from the units above, which is typical in buildings like this. It's very common in SROs, which means single resident occupants. And so from time to time we deal with situations like this. However, we do have a solution for that. We're going to be installing some kind of drainage pan or drain channel to make that work. So that means our lighting is going to drop, our sprinkler heads are going to drop. We're going to make some adjustments to the mechanical ducting. We're actually bringing some consultants on that to address those particular items. So moving this way, we have a little hall here. This hall, to be precise, takes you to a set of stairs, and those stairs actually take you to the back. They've got things like storage units, and I think that's where the garbage cans are. I'm not going to waste my time to go in there because that's not part of my scope of work. There is an existing electric panel here, and so what my client is looking for us to do and help them with is actually space plan these areas in such a way that they can actually utilize it. So there's going to be, or better utilize the space. There is an existing break room here. As you can see, it's not ADA compliant, so that's one item we're going to be addressing. The only item here that is really not going to change, I'm just going to do a 360, is actually the bathroom locations. You see, we also have another water damage situation here. So we're going to be addressing those also. Also right on top of the, so that's the bathroom, which I'm going to go in there shortly. That's the HVAC unit. So that's one item we're not going to touch. And I think right now the bathrooms seem pretty decent. They do comply to ADA requirements. As you can see, I didn't even have to turn on the switch, but because it's required to have a vacancy switch, and that came on. So I don't see any major, problem with this. They've got a grab bars, other than patching little items like this, just making sure that, those are actually well tightened with silicone. And there's also another one here. Okay, there we go. So the vacancy switch did come on. This is not as well taken care of as the other bathroom, the other restroom. But you can tell that there's some work going on here. You can see some patch on the wall. And thermostats. There's a bunch of storage shelves here. So this is one space we're going to be really utilizing in terms of connecting this area, which is going to be more of the private space to the public space, which is the one in front. So that's where we started off the video from. So what we're looking at doing is actually creating some kind of opening that's going to connect this private area to the public area, but that will be dedicated to staffs only. So it's really staff access. The goal is that from this point, this is where the private area starts from. So we're going to provide some kind of enclosure here, or some kind of barrier, maybe a gate or a door, whatever. That's what we'll deal with during the design process. So what we're looking at doing is create a secure area here for staffs only, and however that design is going to turn out, I'm not exactly sure yet. But as we start the design process, you're going to see all of that, because we're going to be taking you on a journey through this process. So as you can see, there's a lot of natural light coming in, more windows. The good thing about this location, or this building in particular, compared to the other one, is that it got 2 doors actually on the street side, and so you can see both of them. But this is suitable for both teams or both departments that will be moving in here, because on payday, so they're dealing with people within the community who need a lot of help. So there are days that my clients actually, pay people, and I'm not exactly sure of the details of how that works. But when they come in, the idea is that if they come in through one door, they should be able to exit on the other door. So that way it helps in terms of organizing the flow, organizing the traffic of people as they have to traverse through this space. And it's going to be pretty interesting seeing how that turns out when they start, when we're done with this. I think I'm going to do a recording of that to see how effective what we'll be proposing turn out. So I'm going to be really curious to see how that turn out. But in the meantime, we're just going to invest in our time in the design process and just ensuring that we come up with something really nice. Before I end this, I want to just talk about our typical process, which we start our process with the field measurement, and that's what I'm here to do. I'm just trying to measure the existing condition, actually verify that what has been given to us in terms of the available plans to match, what was constructed. Thankfully, on this project, we got a set of existing plans. So, I'm just working off of that and taking my measurements. I've got a traditional measuring tape. I've also got a laser, and got a 30-foot. I also got a 100-foot. But in this case, I don't need that because, everything I can get here with the laser and a traditional measuring tape. So I guess that's it for now, guys. Thank you, and stay tuned. We're going to be walking you through this journey. I promise you on that. So, bye.